Hello. How are you guys doing? This is my second attempt at vlogging. I had my hat on. I left Tanya's and I had my hat on and it was like down like this, and I looked over and I was like, they can't even see me, and they haven't been able to see me the whole time. And I'd already at that point vlogged for like 7 minutes, but all I was talking about was like my most exciting day that I've had. So I was like, oh, forget it. I'm just gonna take my hat off. But my hair looks so bad, you guys. It is so bad right now. So please bear with my horrible old lady casino hair tonight. And I just dropped Tanya off. It's late. It's like almost 2 o'clock. I picked her up at 12 o'clock to go to Walmart, and it's all her fault that I don't have my vlog done already. No, it's not her fault at all. But I had filmed videos all day today, and usually as soon as I'm done filming videos, I take the battery out and I go charge it. I have my charger right here. So this is my battery charger. And, but tonight, or today, I don't know what happened. Like, oh, Alex came home right as I was uploading my last video. And so, like, we were sitting there talking, and I was like, do you want something for dinner? And so, like, we were talking about getting Noodles and Company. And so I ran and got us Noodles and Company. And I just totally spaced it on putting the battery in the charger. And so when I was going to leave to go pick up Tanya to go to Walmart, because she had texted me and asked me if I wanted to go to Walmart, I went to go get my camera, and the battery was in it, and I was like, okay, so I at best probably have maybe 20 minutes left on this battery, and I was like, okay, this isn't gonna cut it. So I brought my charger, and then when I got to Tanya's house, I was like, can I charge my battery at your house while we're at Walmart? And she's like, yeah, sure. So I was like, I really wanted to take the see, it's real simple. You just put the battery in here, then you plug it into the wall. I really wanted to take the camera into Walmart, but I was like, my dad used to make fun of me when I was, well, he didn't make fun of me, but he'd always talk about how I talked up the hill. Do you guys, have you ever heard that saying before? Because I would always say, like, going to the Walmart. Anyway. So, but anyway, I wanted to film in the Walmart. I'm kind of giggly tonight. Tanya and I got laughing so hard about the great clips tonight, and I'll have to tell you that story in just a second, but I wanted to film at Walmart, but I didn't, because I was like, if I film at Walmart, then when I get home, or I get back to Tanya's, like, the battery's gonna be dead, and then my vlog is gonna be 20 minutes, and I was like, well, would it be more interesting for people to see us up in the Walmart, which we just did like a week ago, or would people rather, you know, a longer vlog? And I was like, I think probably a longer vlog maybe. So I'm gonna do my best to do a longer vlog, even though it's late right now. But we had fun at the Walmart nonetheless. I have to say, it probably was a better choice what I did, because it wasn't the most exciting shopping trip in the entire world, and we were just kind of talking about family and recovery stuff, so it wasn't like anything that I was gonna, I mean, it wouldn't have been fun. We weren't hula hooping around the Walmart tonight, let's just put it that way. Some nights are real fun and some nights are real low-key. Tonight was low-key. We went and got Fountain Pops. I got a Diet Pepsi and got some gas. And yeah, so anyway, so that's the story of a man named Brady who was single with 3 boys of his own. Da, 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 da. Speaking of cameras, I can't remember who it was. Maybe Elle. Hey Elle, how are you? Somebody asked me about what camera I use, and I use my camera is a Canon G7X. I think it's the Mach 2. I used to use the Sony Alpha 5100, which I really liked, and it's a great vlogging camera. I like the ones that it goes up like that in the back instead of to the side, because then you look more into the camera instead of a tendency to look to the side. And they're just very easy to hold on to, and there's not like, you don't feel like you're gonna drop it or anything like that. They're expensive cameras. I mean, not like, God, some of these YouTubers have $2,000, $3,000, $5,000 cameras. My camera is about a $500 camera, so I think that's expensive. It was like between $500 and $600. I got it on sale. I can't remember. You guys probably remember more than I did because I talked about it on the vlog. But I think it was a good investment. like the Canon much more than I like the Sony, but I like the Sony. I just have problems with it. The Canon is touchscreen, and I'm very hands-on, so I'm always constantly changing things by accident. But if you're really good with like touchscreen things and read instructions, which I don't, and all that kind of stuff, then it probably would be a great camera for you. You have the ability to do all kinds of stuff with it. That being said, you know, that's one of the questions I get a lot is, what camera do you use? It was so funny because right before Tanya got out of the car, she goes, what are you going to vlog about tonight? And I said, I have no idea, Tanya. I never know what I'm going to vlog about until I start talking. And she's like, well, how do you start? And I go, well, I usually just start talking about like whatever I did that day or something. I never know. And then it's like an hour later, I'm like talking about something like cameras. I had no idea. But anyway, I get a lot of questions about like, what camera do I use and what camera do I recommend and stuff like that. And I think until you decide how like serious you want to be about YouTube, I probably would invest in like a cheaper camera. But at the same time, like, I know so many serious YouTubers, or I've met serious YouTubers, well, I haven't met them, but I've talked to them, that like do all of their videos on their phones, and they do all the editing on their phones, and you know, like, you would never know that their videos weren't filmed on like a $2,000 camera, if that makes sense. Do you know what I mean? Like, because I think phone cameras today have the ability to do some extraordinary like filming. I think like a lot of people, like when people send me videos and they're like, well, what do you think and whatever, it's never what somebody is talking about in a video that makes me, I think like the misconception is that people, and you're gonna be like, yeah, Peter, but you drive around in a car in the dark and half the time we can't see your face. I know. But I think the misconception is that like people think a lot of times, you know, well, people aren't interested in what I have to say. I mean, I've always said this, everybody has a story. You know, everybody has something to tell. And whether it's about candles or your crafts that you like to make or cooking or stories of your life or whatever it is, books or whatever you want to do, movie reviews like my new review channel, whatever it is you want to talk about, you know, I don't think it's about that. Like, the problem that always distracts me from videos is when it's hard to watch them because they're just like, there's things that I would tell somebody to do, like, that I've learned as well. Like, for example, if you go back and look at some of my very first Peter Likes Books videos, I would film them later in the day, and so you'd see a lot of shadows in the room, and I would have the light overhead, and so they were very shadowy. I had no lights and stuff like that. Well, you don't have to have lights, you know? You can sit in front of, like, a window and use natural light and get really good light for a video. You don't ever have to have lights. That was something at that time that I didn't know. Had I been filming, let's say at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, or got up in the morning and filmed or something like that, versus waiting until the evening when it was dark, my video quality would have been much better. And then thankfully Letty from Letty's Life sent me lights, which was fantastic, and that really started changing my, you know, the quality of my videos a little bit. And then Alex got me a ring light last year for Christmas, which you can get cheap ring lights on Amazon and stuff, and I really love ring lights. I think they really make videos look a lot better. I mean, unless you're vlogging, and then it just really doesn't matter. I honestly, to be 100% honest, I think natural light always looks the best. If you can film outside, if you can film sitting right in a window, I think like sometimes, unless you're doing like a makeup review or something, like then I think like, oh, they have their whole house all decorated for Halloween. Then, you know, I think like a ring light looks great, and professional lights and over. You know, like I was at Melissa's the other day filming for the pumpkin spice Starbucks review or whatever, and like she has so much natural light in her kitchen and her living room that I noticed that like the quality of that video was so completely different. But like at our house, we just don't have that much natural light coming in because we have like these, you know, huge windows in the living room, but like they're shrouded by trees, and then we have one little, you know, window in the kitchen, and that's it. So there's not a lot of natural light coming in the house, and like her house is perfect for filming, you know? So it just kind of depends on where you live and what time you're filming during the day and stuff like that, but I think like natural light works great. So, I mean, that's what I would recommend. You know, I think, like, and then always put your, like, full face, like, in the screen, you know, and speak clearly so people can hear you. And it just takes time. Be patient with yourself, you know. Nobody gets on YouTube for the very first time for their very first video and is, like, feels super confident or whatever. You know, it's like, I'm doing these review videos now. What is the difference between a review video and any of my other channels? Absolutely nothing. Like today, I sat on the same chair I always do because I was like looking around the house and I was like, and this, okay, because I wanted to film with like some natural light and where there wouldn't be shadows. And I was like, where can I film that's not in this chair without going to like Melissa's or Tanya's? And I wanted to do something that was kind of movie themed because I did a movie review today. And so I'm like looking around and, you know, we have this huge mirror in our living room. So it's like, you can't really film by it because then you see everything, you can't. So I had to film in the chair today, you know, and for some reason, like, I'm very nervous making those review videos. Like, it's just going to take me some time to get more comfortable with them. Because I'm just not comfortable with those yet on that channel. I'm very excited and I'm very nervous about that channel because I just want to do a good job. And so don't beat yourself up, you know, just do it. Do a video that makes you happy to talk about something that like excites you, and I think it'll show in what you're doing and people get excited about it, you know, and you know, yeah, do what you love. If you've ever thought about starting a YouTube channel, just start it. So that was the camera question, because I get that question a lot about what camera do I use. So I use a Canon G7X Mach 2. And I know a lot of like YouTubers that upgrade their cameras like every 6 months. I just can't imagine, it's so expensive. But you know, I mean, and I'm also just not that technological, so like as long as I have a camera that works, I'm totally fine with it. It's when the camera kind of stops working, like that's the problem, right? Obviously. But I will say the quality on this camera versus like the clarity of it versus the Sony is like a lot better. But I mean, it was also a newer camera. Like the Sony was like a year and a half before that. The first one, the second one was like 6 months before. I don't think the second one should have made a difference. That camera was just broken, I think. Yeah. But like I wouldn't go out and buy a bunch of stuff. Like I remember like watching this one episode of like what's his name? I just told Alex to delete them all from our DVR tonight. Like if I want to watch them, I can look them up. Chrisley Knows Best. And their youngest son wanted to start like a gaming YouTube channel. And he's like, I need $5,000 or something like that. And his dad was like, well, why do you need that kind of money? And he's like, well, I need to buy a camera and I need to buy the head, you know, piece to listen to and talk. And I need to buy the software for the computer. And I'm like sitting there watching it and I'm like, do people think this? Like you need to have a phone that can record a video in natural light. You can even upload it from your phone. Go to the library and upload it. I mean, you don't have, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to have all of that. So, I don't know. I think people would be surprised if they knew some of the people that just film on their phones. Like, sometimes, like, the phone quality, I mean, I've talked to people and I'll be like, well, what kind of camera do you use? And they're like, oh, I just film on my phone. I'm like, are you kidding me? The quality of your videos is fantastic, you know? And, oh God, it's so pretty over there tonight. It's like hazy and then there's like stars. It kind of looks like the Southwest a little bit over there. But anyway, okay, so Peter, what did you do today? Well, what I did today was I got up late because I went to the casino last night. And, are you ready? Did I win? Well, now you know I never win when I go to the casino, right? You know I never win. Last night I won. I was so excited. And I took $160 last night because I hadn't been in a while. And I 170 bucks, because I had $10 in my wallet before I took money out. And I played $30 in this one machine next to my friend Valerie, and I didn't, or like 3 down from her, and I didn't hit anything. I mean, I went through $30 like that, right? And so then I took the next $40 and I sat down this machine right next to her. And I was down, so at the very, very end of this machine, like when you like don't have any money left in it except for like 20 cents or something, if you don't have enough to like make a bet, it'll say like lightning bolt. You like can push it, and then like you get like one more free chance. If you gamble, you know what I'm talking about. Like if you get this thing, you get one more free chance, and if you don't, then you don't. You just wasted your money, right? Well, I got it, and on it I got I got a bonus, and the bonus gave me $80, and I was like, oh my god, I'm $80 up, right? Okay. So then that $80, I got like a bonus like 5 minutes later, and I got like another like $80 or $100, and so I was like $100 up, and I still had the 100 in my pocket, right? So I went up and down, up and down, up and down all night long. Well, I stayed between like $100 and $200 most of the night, and Valerie, whew, she's like, I want to be on your videos. I go, you really want to be in my videos? She's like, yeah, I want to tell people how really nice you are in real life. She's like, I'm going to get on there and tell the truth about you. I was like, all right. So, and she's so cool. We met because of my videos. So anyway, she was doing so good last night. She had hit not the grand. The grand is like the 11,000, but she had hit the major and all kinds of stuff. But anyway, we got laughing so hard. This one woman came and sat down next to us, and she's like, did you drop the 1,000? And Valerie's like, what did she say? I go, I don't. I said, what did you say, sweetie? And she goes, the 1,000. Did you drop the 1,000? And I'm like, I had no clue what she was saying to me. And Valerie's like, I don't understand what she's asking. I said something about dropping the 1,000, and she was like, and Valerie, she said something like, no, and she goes, I hit the major, and she goes, I hit the major. It was like the most bizarre conversation, but the woman was really sweet. She was very nice, but I didn't understand what she was trying to explain to us about dropping 1,000. I still, to the second, don't understand what she was saying. But anyway, so we played back and forth, and I like looked at my phone, and I was like, oh my god, Valerie, it's like 4. I have got to like, I mean, I don't want to sleep all day tomorrow. I've got to get home. And so I said, I'm going to stay for like 15 more minutes. Well, I got like another bonus, and I got like $100. So I was up to like $400 at that point. Yeah. Like, no, I was up to like $300. And then I started losing it, and I was like, okay, I'm not going below $200 because I have $100 in my pocket, which if I walk out of here with $300 means that basically I doubled my money. So that never happens. I'll be very, very happy if I doubled my money. I actually walked out of here with some winnings tonight, right? I'll be happy with that. So I'm sitting there playing that machine, and Valerie was like, well, why don't you move to the other machine? I was like, yeah, I don't really want to move over there. I put a lot of money in this machine already. This is kind of like a gambling thing. When you put a lot of money in a machine, you don't really want to move because you think it's going to hit. And if you move and somebody sits down there and they hit on your money. Do you know what I'm saying? Okay. I know, my hair looks bad. I'm trying, guys. So anyway, so I got this bonus, and it's these white dragon things, and you have to like pick a green one or a white one or a yellow one or something, and they're dancing, and I always pick the wrong one. I always pick the right one. It's called lantern something in this game. I never pick the right one. Well, I got 15 games at 200 times each one of these little bonus or these wild things, and Valerie goes, oh my god, you're gonna get some money. Well, I did! I got somebody! I walked out of there last night with $900. So I made, minus the 170, which is whatever, I don't know what that is, 730, something like that. So I made $730 last night. That never happens to me. That never happens to me. I never win like that. So I was very excited, and I was like, okay, now I need to stay out of the casino for a while. Yeah, it was fun. And I went to go put that money right up in the bank today. Here's my wallet right here with the money. See, you can see I did not go to the bank today. Why? Because it's Columbus Day, and I didn't even know that. So I went to the bank, and I was like, why is the bank closed? Is it a holiday? Oh. And then I like rolled through, and I was like looking at the sign, and it said it's Columbus Day, closed for Columbus Day. And I was like, oh man, I forgot. when you don't have kids and you're not in school, it's like you kind of forget some of that stuff. Okay, supercuts. I have to tell this story. This is so funny. So we go to the gas station tonight, and Tanya got her stuff first, and I'm like standing on the side, and I'm like putting my straw in my drink and stuff, right? At the counter. And she's talking to Tony, our dude that works up in there. And there's like these people in line, and I'm looking at Tanya's hair, and sometimes Tanya takes her to her bangs with scissors herself. And so I'm looking at her and I'm like, did she take to her bangs again with scissors? It looks like she cut her own bangs again, okay? They're like real high up here. And I'm like, I'm confused. Like, what happened to her bangs, right? And her hair's like really like bouncy, but like almost kind of permanent. And then she had these like real high bangs. And I was like, something's different about her hair. But I didn't say anything about it, right? I was like, oh, she probably just took to her bangs. And if I say something, she'll just start laughing and get shitty about it, right? So we're in the car on the way home from the gas station, and she said, I need to book an appointment with somebody. Who do you recommend? Blah, blah, blah. So I'm telling her, and I'm like, oh, my one friend, she went to like these Sola salons, which if you don't know what that is, and she's like, oh, she's probably like $500. I said, she's not that much for color and cut and whatever. And she's like, well, it can't be any worse than, and Tanya has this girl that she usually goes to, but she's always like so booked out that she can never get into her for like cut and color and highlights. So she was like, well, she's like, I'm not real sure I'm happy with what they did with me at Great Clips today. And I said, oh girl, I said, I knew something had happened. I said, I was standing at that gas station and I looked at you, and she goes, yeah, I think they tried to, she goes, yeah, I think they tried to give me a bullet today, girl. I said, what is going on, Tanya? And her hair, she goes, well, I told her, she goes, the woman said, oh, business in the front, party in the back. She said, she goes, the woman said, well, how short do you want her bangs? And she goes, well, I want them short. She goes, because I can't see through my bangs right now. And she goes, the woman said, well, how short do you want them? And she goes, well, I want them like up to here because I can't see. And sure as shit, Tanya, they gave her car crash bangs. You can hardly even see. And I was like, oh my God, Tanya. And that's what you called them back in the 50s. Do you remember that? So anyway, my mom always said that about them. But Tanya could, she was like, she tried to give me a bullet. She's trying to give me all kind of like skunk tail and stuff in the back. She's like, what happened to my hair? I said, Tanya, I knew I was standing in that gas station. Something had happened with it. We got laughing so hard in the car. She's like, I have to pee, don't. She was like, I have to go in the house. Oh my God, it was so funny. I said, well, it doesn't look bad. It looks kind of nice. I like it. I said, I just thought that you took to those bangs with your scissors again. My mom back in the day, she could take scissors because like, she had one eye that kind of like drooped a little bit. And she'd always say like, as you get older, your eyes start like drooping and whatever. So she had this one eye that was like, she swore it was like, so she cut her bangs, but she cut them like this. Oh my God, and she cut like around her eye and stuff. Oh, Mom. Oh my God, it's almost gonna stop. It is gonna stop right in about 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1, it's gonna stop. Or maybe 10 more seconds, I don't know. It's gonna stop soon, it's on the red. Okay, I'm back, it stopped. Not the battery, just the timer. It stops at about 23, 24 minutes, something. I always forget what time it stops at. But anyway, okay, my day today. What did you do today? Peter, what did you do today? Well, I got up, and because I went to the casino, I slept in today. And I went, you know what I've been like thinking that I would really like to have in the morning? This is so random. But maybe instead of a glass of water, maybe some tea with a little bit of cream and toast. Or a bagel, maybe. Or a bagel. While I'm sitting there doing my meditations and stuff. So I got up, took the dogs outside, gave PB his medicine, then I came back inside. I smell like a bonfire somewhere. It smells so good. Nothing like Midwest fall without the smell of a bonfire. You smell them everywhere. Anyway, so So then I came back inside and I put this face mask on, and I put this face mask on that was like this Lush bunny jelly face mask or something. I did not like it. I had never used it before, and it was like real rubbery, and I actually had to like take it and kind of work it in between my hands for it to work. I just was not impressed with it, and it didn't stay on my face like very well, and like it almost kind of felt more like a face cream than anything else. It didn't feel like a face mask whatsoever. And this guy is like making me nervous behind here. He's like, I'm just gonna let you go by me, dude. It's always on this road. I never understand it, and it's always these huge pickup trucks that pass me by. Like, I'm literally going the speed limit, so I don't... But anyway. What is that, like, flashing out there? So, do you guys know which one I'm talking about? It's like the Lush bunny face mask or something. I mean, it's not bad. I just didn't love it. And it was, like, gray, and it had, like, little gold bits in it. Like, so I thought it might be kind of cool, but I didn't love it. I didn't think it was very good at all. And, so I put that on. It never really, like, hardened or did anything. It just felt like it was a face cream, honestly. And I did that, and then I went and got a glass of water. I did my prayers and meditations. I read like 5 books today, 4 or 5 books. And it was beautiful outside, but a little warm. And what is the temperature right now? 71? It's supposed to drop, and by Thursday, it's supposed to be a high of 57. I'm kind of excited for that, honestly. Somebody hit that sign. My God, it's all twisted. So, oh, the stars. I wish there was somewhere I could pull in here and show you guys and see if I don't even know if it would show up on camera, but it's so beautiful. I can see the Big Dipper right there. It's about the only thing that I know. It's the Big Dipper. It's right there. There's so many stars. We're way out in the country. It's beautiful. So I did my meditations, I did my prayers, and while the vlog was rendering and all that kind of stuff, and then I did, and then I washed my face mask off. I was gonna take a whole shower and do all that kind of stuff right then, but I didn't. I went and got coffee, and I ran some errands, and then I came home and watched a Shane Dawson video. By that time it was like 3-something. And watched a Shane Dawson video, started filming that video, filmed my other videos, filmed my review video. Listen, I did today, posted my vlog, now I'm filming my vlog, my review video of A Star Is Born, Peter Likes Books, my Spookathon TBR, which I'm very excited about. Oh, I went to Half Price Books and bought a book there today for that. Well, you can go check it out on my Spookathon TBR. The Haunting of Hill House by Shirley Jackson. I've never read it, so I'm excited about that. And then I did my Peterisms video, vlog, Peter Monn, Shane Dawson reaction, the Peterisms, Peter Likes Books, 5 videos I made today. So anyway, I did that. I read a lot today. Had dinner with my husband while we watched The Real Housewives of Orange County, and then he watched Grey's Anatomy. I can't believe Grey's Anatomy is still on after all these years. I wish I could show you guys the sky, but it just won't. Will it show up at all? I'm gonna see if it will at all. Let me see. Can you guys see the stars at all if I turn the lights off? Probably not. Can you see that at all? Oh, there you can. Do you see? Do you see the outline of the trees? Some of you can. Isn't that so pretty? I love driving around out country. This right here, if you read my book, the 4-way stop that I'm at, is actually the 4-way stop that I used in my book that I wrote when he just sits down on the ground in the middle of the 4-way stop. So I filmed those videos, and then as I was getting the 5th one up, Alex was on his way home, so he called me, and And we've got all kinds of stuff going on this week. I got my meeting tomorrow night. His best friend that moved back here from California, she moves into her apartment tomorrow, so he's helping her tomorrow night with her apartment. We both have our individual counseling appointments tomorrow. I have mine during the day. He has his tomorrow night. And then Wednesday, he works late, and that's the night that he goes and has dinner with his girlfriend that he works with. Thursday, we don't have anything, so we'll do something together on Thursday night. Friday night, he's going to a concert with his best friend, Sarah, that just moved back here. I don't even know who the person is. He didn't even know who the person was. He was like, Sarah got the tickets, it's somebody she likes. Saturday, we don't have any plans. We may do a date night. He has a bachelorette party that he's supposed to go to that I am invited to, but I won't be doing that because I just won't be doing that. So, and I said, well, because we've been talking about having a date night this week, and he goes, I can cancel anything except for Friday night, because that's the concert that I told Sarah I was going to. And I said, okay. I said, well, maybe Saturday, and then if you know, like, we can figure out if you're going to do the bachelorette party. He's like, yeah, I don't even know that I'm going to do that yet. So Saturday night, we may have a date night. Maybe go somewhere, get dressed up, go somewhere out to dinner that we've never been to before, you know, walk around, watch a movie, be romantic, all that kind of stuff. Date nights are important, so we're gonna do that. That'll probably be Saturday. And then Sunday, we'll do brunch, and then maybe go visit my in-laws. So we got a good week ahead of us. And Spookathon starts, well, what is today? Today was the 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th. So, Spookathon starts a week from today, like Sunday going into Monday at midnight, if you want to do it. I'm very excited about it. I'm very excited about my TBR. I've got some good books on there. I've got like a really good mix. I have 2 middle grade books. I have a graphic novel that's for adults. I have an adult thriller that I'm listening to on Audible. The group reads. And then a classic, The Haunting of Hill House by Shirley Jackson. She's the one that wrote The Lottery, which is like one of my favorite short stories of life. I read that in like undergrad, and I think I read it in high school too. What time am I at? Yeah, it was a good day. I wanted to stop. I forgot when I was at Walmart. I may stop after I get the vlog done, but I wanted to get those hydrating masks, those Neutrogena hydrating masks. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Oh my God, they're so fantastic. What time is it? Maybe I'll go over to Meijer right now and get those while I'm filming this. I really wanted to get those Neutrogena hydrating masks to put in my face while I sleep, and I think they work so well. I have to say this one thing, and I know that, like, I don't know, maybe people will think this is interesting, but like, or they won't agree with this, but like, when I was just washing my face with soap and water, and then I was putting like the Aveeno lotion on it, I almost felt like the condition of my skin was better than now that I'm doing like face masks and, you know, certain kinds of like lotions and all this kind of stuff. Now, I know people are like, well, it probably takes you a while to do this and whatever, but like, I feel like for me, and my skin is like normal to oily, I feel like the more I do to my skin, the more to oily it goes, if that makes sense. And I don't know, maybe that just means I need to go and like buy a specific skin regimen and whatever, but the problem is I like to try all different kinds of things because I think it's really fun. But like, even right now, if you like look at my skin, you can tell it's kind of a little bit oily. And I took a shower earlier and washed my hair and everything. I mean, I've worn a hat all day today, so, but like, I don't know, my skin just like, it never like used to be, I don't know, I feel like it just like gets a little bit more oily. I do need a Aveeno lotion too, I'm out of that, but do you guys find that, like, when you use, like, I don't know, I just feel like maybe, like, just the soap and water and the Aveeno lotion was, like, better for my skin. Maybe that's just, I don't know, you know? But I do love those hydrating masks. Does anybody, here's another question for Elle. Hey, Elle. does anybody know a hydrating face mask that you can leave on overnight? And like, I love the Neutrogena ones, and I can usually get like 2 or 3 uses out of them, where you just put it on and then you go to bed. It doesn't, like, not one that gets like rock hard. Like, these just stay kind of like dewy. I like that. Like, and then I wake up in the morning and my skin feels real refreshed. And those do not make my skin oily. Like, those make my skin feel really refreshed, which I think is why I like them. Why is there a semi out here on this country road in the middle of nowhere? But like, I want one that I don't even care if I have to pay a little bit of money for it, because I haven't bought any like beauty products or skincare products in a long time. I just want one that people like swear by and they really like. You know, this whole thing of getting up in the morning and doing my prayers, doing my meditations, centering myself in gratitude, doing like a little bit of an inventory in the morning, and then at the end of the day, like doing the same thing, has been just really powerful for me. You know, and it's like one of these things that like, I know, like I've done it for years in recovery, but I kind of like come and go with it. Like, I'll do it for a while and then I stop doing it, and then I do it for a while and then I stop doing it, if that makes sense. When I know it works, and it's like, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So like, I should never stop doing it. But like, especially like at night, and for those of you that aren't like, this to me isn't religious, this to me is spiritual, but like, I know a lot of people get kind of turned off by some of this stuff, and I think at one point in my life I probably would have even. But you know, the last thing that I do before I go to bed at night is like, I get on my knees and I pray on the stairs going upstairs. And you know, while I'm doing that, I also do an inventory of who I was that day, and you know, like how I behaved, and you know, my interactions with others and things like that. And then I also take, you know, account of things I'm grateful for in my life. And it's almost like the conscious conversation in my head is more powerful for me than when I was making a gratitude list in a book. Like, that was awesome for me to do. But like now, especially like, so I'll do my prayers, meditate, you know, and for me that just means I kind of sit there and think about my day for a little bit. Sometimes I read a nighttime meditation. I have nighttime meditations. Sometimes I do that. And then, oh my god, I was like, is that another shooting star in the same place I saw it last time? Anyway, but then, you know, like, especially like me going through my head on the heels of me just doing an inventory of my day, the good and the bad, you know, like all the great things that happened to me today, you know, all the things that like I didn't get accomplished that I wanted to, on and on and on. On the heels of that, to then go through a gratitude list, you know, thanking my higher power for everything from my life to my health, to my husband, to my marriage, to my dogs, to my dog's health, to my husband's health, to my family, to my friends and their health and their well-being, you know, to my house, to my car, to food to eat, to clean water to drink, on and on and on. Like, I could just, you know, have a limitless amount of gratitude. And the more you do it, the more you find, or the more I've done it, I can only speak for myself, the more I've done it, the more I have found in my life, not just now, but all the times before, this, like, you know, it's like that book, Simple Abundance. I find like how much I really truly am grateful for that I take for granted on a daily basis. Like the minute small things that are really what my life is all about. And, you know, honestly, when I'm happiest in my life, it's when, it's not when I don't have any worry or any troubles. That's not the case. I've been pretty content sometimes in my life, even with worry, like, you know, not years ago and stuff. It's when I have a strong support system around me, you know, that has me. I know they have me. It's when I have a strong connection to my higher power. It's when I feel connected to peace, serenity, and like conscious contact and prayer. And it's when I'm practicing gratitude as an action, and I'm working throughout the day to center myself and balance myself, and I'm aware of all of those things in my life that are important to me, and I am counting my blessings of all of the good things that I have in my life as well. That's really when I'm the happiest, like truly, And in the last couple weeks, like I've really had the opportunity to get back to what is like really important for me, and just and like I said, some days are better than others. That's all I can say. Some days I'm not so great at it. Some days I'm tense, I'm anxious, I'm nervous, but other days, like today, I just flowed with the river. I just did, and it just felt so great today. Everything from just dancing in my car and listening to music to feeling so passionate about making my videos today, being so excited to make them and have fun with them, to giggling with Tanya in the car tonight, to being excited about vlogging and talking to you guys and just all of it, and I just can't even explain, because it sounds corny, and I think back in the day, before I got sober, but when people would say things like this to me, I just feel full. I feel very, not physically full, obviously, but I feel full of love and gratitude today, and I want to remember that, The thing is when I get away from that in my life, and I stop doing those things that work so well for me, these things that I'm talking about, it's the prayers, the meditations in the morning, that takes me 20 minutes, At night, it takes me 10 minutes. So total of a half an hour. The glass of water in the morning is kind of my way to refresh myself a little bit, Doing a face mask is my way of taking care of myself a little bit in the morning, And it also relaxes me. It helps me feel, peaceful. And so, I don't know, I'm even grateful for the ability to be able to do that in the morning. I just can't forget it, I can't get away from it, because I think that's the thing, is I have a tendency that when things are going kind of askew, I lean on that, and then I do it for a while, but then when things are back to normal and whatever, that's kind of sometimes one of the first things that goes, and then I don't have it, you know what I mean? Then if that goes, then the peace and the serenity go too. And a lot of the people that I know in my life that I consider really grounded people that are very positive are people that they start their day with a spiritual outlook and a spiritual foundation in their lives, and that could be anything. That could be music for you. That could be wind chimes outside. That could be just sitting in your backyard drinking a cup of tea. That could be reading the Bible. That could be reading some other, religious text. That could be reading a non-denominational meditation book. That could be, singing a song or playing the guitar. It could be painting. It could be doing your makeup even, It could be anything, It could be just, relaxing and doing some stretching in the morning. Anything, and just doing that kind of that positivity focus in the morning has been so good for me. I know I talk about it on here all the time, but I really get it now, you know, like why that's so important. And today was like one of those days that felt like a gift, you know, that I just felt it like all over all day, you know. So, and not every day is gonna be like that, but I know that that's there, you know what I mean? Like, I know that that is there. And what is it with semis tonight? I'm on another road that there should be no semis on. Oh, he's turning. But it wasn't even a semi. It was like a pickup truck with all these huge lights on the front of it. Candy cane. Anyway, it was like the Jeepers Creepers truck. But you know what I mean? Like, I know what to do now, like, to get centered. And it's my choice whether or not I do it. Like, it's my choice on whether or not I do it in the morning. You know what I mean? So, do you know what I mean? I know you guys hate when I say that. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? But no, I have, like, I'm the one that has to do the work. And I can, and I do, and I enjoy it, and I always feel better afterwards. It's like today I read all these meditation books, and it's like the last 2 days, like if you read meditation books like me, it's like, I sometimes think to myself, did I grab the wrong 5? You know what I mean? Like, it's like none of them like connect with me. And like yesterday and today, it was kind of like that. I was kind of like, like none of them, like they weren't bad, but none of them like really spoke to me. I mean, sometimes I'll like read one, I'll be like, oh, you know what I mean? But like yesterday and today, I was just kind of like, okay. They're like, okay. And then like I did my video today about the Codependent No More one because I hadn't actually read that, The Language of Letting Go, today. And that one was about patience. And I was like, oh my God, this is like so perfect for me, right? Because one of the things I have learned in my life is that shit doesn't happen on Peter's time, shit happens on God's time. And you know, like all of my sponsors have been really good. Like now I get it, so like I'm not really about that as much, but like back in the day I was like hurry, got 50,000 things to do, let's go. That I kind of lost, you know, the enjoyment of the journey, if that makes sense. You know, where like you have so many things to do that you kind of stop enjoying the process, you know. And just, what time oh my God, I'm almost gonna stop again. How am I at 24 minutes almost already again? Is it gonna stop? Is it gonna stop? It stopped. Anyway, but sometimes, you know what I mean, like I don't really do this as much anymore, but like I'd be like, I got this to do, I got that to do, I got these errands to run, I got this to do, I don't have enough time. Oh my God, I don't have enough time. How am I gonna get everything done? Oh my God, how am I gonna get everything done? Well, my second sponsor actually, but the sponsor that, my first sponsor that I had for a long time, he used to make me do this shit, and I call it that, but it was really healthy for me. And he would have me like go and I had to hold the door open for like 3 people. Okay, so like everywhere I went, if it was a grocery store, if it was a Speedway or whatever, I had to stand there and hold the door for 3 people. Okay, well, sometimes, depending on where you're at, it might be 40 minutes before 3 people come through there. That's what I had to do. Slowed time down a lot. I talked about this on my Peterisms video today. You know, when I was in line, gas station, grocery store, whatever, I had to allow 3 people to go ahead of me. Why? Because I'm not that important, number 1. Number 2, world happens on God's time, not my time. Number 3, it slows the world down for you. It makes you realize we don't need to speed that much in life, you know? And for the person out there, it's like, well, how did you get anywhere and get anything done? I mean, I got things done. It was fun. I learned some very valuable lessons through that, you know? I learned that, first of all, life's gonna still happen no matter what I'm doing, you know? Or how fast I'm doing it. I was taught in working on character defects that when you have a character defect in your life, to work on it, you practice the opposite. So like if you're impatient, you practice patience, which would be allowing 3 people to go ahead of you somewhere, you know? If a character defect of yours is that you feel like you always need to be heard and, you know, you have something to say, the opposite of that to work on it would be not engaging, not saying anything, you know, practicing the opposite. And growth comes in practicing the opposite, you know? It's like if a character you know, if there's 100,000 character defects, well, maybe not 100,000, but there's a lot of character defects, you know? And, I think there's like a really great recovery book about this. I'm trying to think. I'm like, is this a recovery based? Well, I'll just say it. I don't care. If you're in recovery and you're looking for a really great book, so steps 6 and 7 are about character defects, and if you're looking for a really great book about character defects, the book Drop the Rock is fantastic, and it changed my life when I read it, about how to work on character defects. And they're not easy, you know, but I think like it's kind of like, I think, where the rubber meets the road for changing as a person. This vlog has gone in so many different directions tonight, hasn't it? Okay, so when we went and saw Star is Born last night, have you watched my review on my review channel? You need to get over there and watch it, because I'm going to be posting some other videos this week. But when I went and watched it, or when we went and watched it, there are so many great previews coming out. Okay, Mary Poppins Returns comes out at Christmas. Then there's some, like, Fantastic Beasts movie, but it's not just Fantastic Beasts, it's like some spin-off of that, which I've never even heard of. Apparently written by J.K. Rowling. Do you guys know what this is? I've never heard of this thing before in my life. And, oh, there's another movie called Marvin or something. It's about this guy, and he's like, he was in the military, and then he was like beaten up, and he doesn't have any memory, so he uses these Barbie dolls. He's like a photographer. It looks so good. It looks so good. I want to see that. There's all kinds of really great movies coming out. I'm excited. Marvar maybe or something. I don't know. So if you haven't watched my review, I'm not going to tell you. You need to go see it. My hair tonight. Tell me something, girl. Somebody on my review channel, they commented and they said, you can't sing, just stop. No, I'm gonna keep singing. I love to sing. I know I can't sing, but I don't care. I love it. Who's so rude that they would tell somebody that? It's like, if you came in and you saw somebody that like just wasn't so enjoying dancing to a song, but they had no ability of movement whatsoever, right? Would you tell them, stop dancing, don't dance? Like, who tells somebody that? Like, that's somebody that's got a lot of their own shit going on, you know what I mean, that would tell somebody that. If somebody else is having fun singing or dancing or coloring or painting or acting or whatever, who cares? Let them enjoy their life. Why are you so bitter? You know, God, life is short. Hey, little thing, let me light your candle, cause I'm sure hard to handle now. Mess around. I could have been a singer, though. Probably not. But it's a nice dream. I really want these hydrating masks, but I really don't want to walk into Meijer. So I'm like, is it really worth it to me at, what time is it now? Let's see. 2:53. It'll literally take me like 5 minutes to walk in there and come back out and get them. Should I do it? Should I do it though, or should I not? Okay, how long have I been vlogging now? 24 and 24 is 48. And then 7. Almost. So 24 is 48. So 55 minutes. You guys, I used to do 30 to 40 minute vlogs, and now my vlogs are an hour to an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes. Like, this has become insane at this point, okay? Your demands, I love your demands, actually. I love the fact that people want to watch them when they're longer, and it makes me happy. Know it. It's a blue thing in Indiana. It says makes Indiana strong. I don't even know what that is. I don't know what that means. Do you ever look at stuff and you just don't get it? And you're like, oh, I don't care. Like, I'm too old. I don't need to know all that. Somebody will let me know. It's like somebody asked me the other day, they're like, you don't read the newspaper or watch the news? I was like, no, never. And they're like, well, how do you know what's going on in the world? I go, if I need to know, somebody will let me know. That's like, I think when you know that you've truly like my dad is so consumed with all of it. Like, he really is. And he's always wanting to talk about something that he saw in the news or something he read he gets the New York Times, the Wall Street. My dad, every day, Wall Street Journal, New York Times, all of it, okay? He reads about every academic magazine out there. He knows everything about everything in the world. I mean, he is really interesting because he has all these great opinions about stuff, whatever, but I just don't care, okay? I just really don't. No offense, and maybe I need to know a little bit more about what's going on in the world. I mean, politically, I feel like I do. You know, because I think that's important. But like, the stuff that goes on in local news and whatever, I'm not talking about political stuff. I'm talking about sadly kind of stuff, you know? Like, I don't know. Just always something so depressing on the news, you know? I went to the Walmart earlier with Tanya, now I'm going to the Meijer. My life is basically a big, what would you even call these places? Convenience stores, superstores? What would you call it? They're not department stores. Oh my God, I never thought of that before. What would you call like a Meijer or a Walmart or a Target? I've never thought of that before. I just had an aha moment. I guess that's not such an old person thing though, because I can remember my mom saying that to me one time. She'd be like, you don't watch the evening news? Well, what if something happens? And I go, I guess I'll let me know, but I need to know. You know what I mean? I mean, I keep up with things that are highly important, so I don't want people to think that I'm ignorant about current events and political issues and things like that. That's not what I'm saying, but like the little stuff, I don't keep up with all that. It's depressing. Okay, I'm gonna go into the store. I'm like, should I just bring you guys in here with me? Oh my God. No, who cares? I'll be back in a second. Okay, can I just tell you that I went into the Meijer with no hat on and my hair looking crazy? So I really have no business going into these stores with this review channel. Because I went in, and you might ask yourself, Peter, you have quite a big bag when you I bought 4 of these. These are the hydrating masks. The Hydro Boost Hydrating Overnight Gel Mask. I love these. I think they're like a single use, but I use them like 2 or 3 times. If you close this thing over it, they last. My contact is like dry. But anyway, then you might ask yourself, well, Peter, what could possibly be in that big bag then? Well, everything else that I bought for my review channel, because oh my God, I can't walk around a store. I find too many things that I have to have. I'm like, well, this would be fun to review. So I bought like 2 things that you could find like in the aisle as you were checking out, and then I bought one as seen on TV thing. And then 2 things that I would consider kind of like fixer-up things, and 2 foods. I need to stay out of the store because I'm wanting to own everything to review. Oh my God. But I'm having so much fun with it, so right? That's all that matters. What's going on? Why is it saying I have no internet connection when I obviously do? Oh, my phone drives me crazy sometimes. Now I'm headed home and I'm gonna upload the vlog and then I'm gonna watch an episode of, and this is Alyssa's Secret, Alyssa Edwards, Dancing Queen. I'm almost done with it. I think I'm on episode 6, which means I have 2.5 more episodes left. And this is Alyssa's Secret. I'm kind of hungry. I'm kind of hungry for grilled cheese. I wonder if Steak and Shake has grilled cheeses. I bet they do. It'd be fantastic if I just knew how to make a grilled cheese. Oh my god. L again commented on my review channel. Aww. Do you know what song they were playing in there? I love that song. Sweet, Sweet River Woman. Is that what it is? Something like that? I don't know. It doesn't matter. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? It's like, do you ever hear songs and like you can't, but you can't remember like, oh shoot, what is that song called? That's not what it's called, and it's driving me crazy. Oh, is it called Sweet River Woman? Sweet River Woman. That's not it. It's pulling up Lionel Richie, Deep River Woman. No. What is the song, you guys? Do you know what I'm talking about? Oh, Sweet City Woman. That's what it is. Who's it by? The Stampeders. Something went wrong. Try and tap again. Oh, Lord. There's this review channel and they're called The Try Guys, and I really like them. Why is it making me watch this advertisement? 52% of your car insurance rate. They're hilarious. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? They posted this video like 6 days ago, and it's called The Try Guys Get Nail Extensions. They're really funny. The guys get gorgeous nail extensions for the first time and experience the struggle firsthand. Will they nail it and survive wearing them for an entire night? Support us at patreon.com. Try Guys. Join our Patreon to get videos a day early, plus live streams, chat rooms. Subscribe to and follow Try Guys. They get a lot of information underneath their stuff. But they get so many views in their video. This was like 6 days ago, and it's got 3 million views already. But like, I wonder why they get 1.3 thousand dislikes. The phenomenon of dislikes on videos, I don't understand. I mean, I don't really care at this point, you know, it doesn't really matter, but it's like, if you don't like somebody, like, why do you watch them just to dislike? I'm not talking about me, I'm just talking about, like, in general. This is something, like, about YouTube that I've never understood. It's like, if you don't like somebody, like, okay, like, let's take a channel like this, right, that I'm talking about, like, the Try Guys. They literally try and review stuff, and they're hilarious, right? 1.3 thousand people disliked it. Like, if you don't like them, just don't watch their video. It's not like, I mean, what is it that you disliked about the video? Did they offend you that they got nail extensions? You know what I mean? Like, it's like, it baffles my mind. It's, well, I think they're pretty funny. You should go check them out. I like the reviews that they do. And they don't just do reviews anymore. They started out that way, but now they show, like, their families and their wives and stuff like that. Sweet river woman. What did I say that song was called now? Sweet City Woman. Before I get out of this parking lot, I'm gonna look and see. Do you remember that show that I used to talk about, Drag Showdown? Let's see if there's a new episode up yet. Three weeks ago. I don't know if I watched that one. I don't know if I watched it or not. Episode 1, episode 2, episode 3. I think I did, actually. What do you guys all have planned for tomorrow? Do you have anything fun planned for this weekend? Have you had anything pumpkin spice? What cracks me up is like when people get like really offended by the pumpkin spice. They're like, oh my god, all he talks about is pumpkin spice. I'm like, do you guys think like I'm really like dead serious about this? Like I'm like that serious. Like I have to have my pumpkin spice. Like it's just not that deep. You know what I mean? It's pumpkin spice, people. Come on. 1988, want your sense of humor back. Oh god, I guess I'm not gonna get a grilled cheese at Steak and Shake, but I sure did want one. It sounded good. I'm like wanting to tear over and like turn and get a grilled cheese at Steak and Shake. But then if I get a grilled cheese, I want fries. Do want a grilled cheese. Should I turn around and go get a grilled cheese? I didn't even nearly eat half of my meal tonight. That's what the problem is, see? I think like really my metabolism has like kicked into high over. I don't love Steak and Shake fries, so I will tell you that, but I am gonna go get a grilled cheese. I think that my metabolism has like kicked into overdrive because I've stayed like the same weight and I've like ate the last couple days and I like haven't like I haven't lost any not lost any more weight. I haven't gained any more weight. I've just stayed the same weight, which is fine. Now if I could just get active and maybe cut out the grilled cheeses, I'd be a lot better. But you know what? I'm hungry and grilled cheese sounds real good. So, and we'll get one. Plus I haven't had Steak and Shake forever. Sweet city woman. And then I can eat it while I'm watching my Alyssa Edwards show, while I'm uploading my vlog, and then my vlog will go up earlier tomorrow. See, it's a win-win situation. I get a grilled cheese, you get an earlier vlog. I think like the last time I went to Steak and Shake was, I went by myself. I asked Alex if he wanted to go and he didn't want to. And I was like, I want to go in there and I want to sit inside. Oh my god, should I get a shake? Do you think they'll have pumpkin spice shakes? No, but they do have really good shakes. I'm gonna get a shake. God. I should just go to McDonald's. I'll be saving a lot of money. Steak and Shake's kind of expensive. Sweet city woman. Do I want onion rings? No shake. I want Ruby Tuesdays is what I want. Their salad bar is the bomb-licious. Do you know what I'm addicted to? Is that broccoli, like, salad that has, like, sunflower seeds and stuff in it. Oh my God, they have that at Fresh Time. Tomorrow, I think that's what I'll get for dinner. I'll get a Fresh Time. Oh, I've got my meeting tomorrow night, so that would have to be after that. Do you guys have a Fresh Time? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Like the broccoli, like broccoli crunch salad or something like that? It's really good. I kind of want onion rings. Their fries are good too. I mean, not really. Alex loves their fries. They're like those like stringy fries. Oh my God, they have a Nutella shake. I might have to get a shake. Okay, I'm gonna go through here. I'll be right back. I just want to read something to you, okay, as the battery is about to die. In order to serve you better in the future, this restaurant will close tonight at 11 p.m. to retool our facility and staff. We at Steak and Shake apologize for the inconvenience that this might cause and hope to serve you better when we reopen. So you know what that means? No grilled cheese. No Nutella shake. Do you guys want to hear all the shakes? So if you've never been to Steak and Shake before, let me show you this. I hope the camera doesn't die. But this is Steak and Shake. See? Steak and Shake. And then look over here. These are all their shakes that they have. Oreo Mint, Butterfinger, Reese's Peanut Butter Cup, Kit Kat, oh my God, birthday cake, M&M's Nutella, Reese's Peanut Butter, Reese's Chocolate Peanut Butter, Chocolate Chip Cookie Dough, Strawberry, Chocolate Banana, Strawberry Banana, Ultimate Banana, Fruit Loops, Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I would be getting the Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Do you guys, you know what's so funny? Is they have those by calorie. Which one's the one that has the most calories in it? The Reese's Peanut Butter. No, the Reese's Chocolate Peanut Butter has the most. I was going to get the Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and it actually has the least. Oh, they do have a pumpkin spice one. It's 660 calories. Their fall favorites are caramel apple, s'mores, that's 910, caramel apple, 790 calories, and pumpkin spice, 660. Do they even have a grilled cheese here? Yep, they sure do. But guess who won't be getting it tonight? This one right here, because they had it request. So anyway, my battery is flashing off and on. I don't know why, since it's fully charged, but it is. So I'm gonna get off here and go home and upload this and watch an episode of Alyssa's Dancing Queen, Alyssa Edwards. Anyway, let me know what you guys have planned for the week ahead. I hope you guys are having a great week. I love you, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.